and Tiana.
The internet didn't even have time to catch its breath before it went up in flames. One blurry photo turned a late-night rumor into a wildfire that no one can put out now. People thought Tiana had left her past in the past, that when she promised Aaron he was the only one, she meant every word that spilled out between soft kisses and public smiles. But all it took was a stranger with a camera phone, one quiet corner of a cafe, and the truth that was never really buried at all came crawling right back to the surface. The man sitting across from her, the one she leaned toward like they were the only two people alive, wasn't Aaron. He was the ghost she swore she'd blocked, the old mistake she called done forever, until she slipped right back to him when she thought no one was looking. Aaron's phone lit up with the photo before she could even get home to lie about it first. And now he's staring at the same grainy shot the world is, wondering how many other nights she snuck out in a hoodie and dark shades to laugh with the man she told him was nothing but a lesson learned. It's the hand that gave it all away. The way her fingers brushed his wrist across the sticky cafe table, how his thumb hooked around hers like it was the most natural thing in the world. They didn't see the eyes watching from 2 tables over, didn't see the phone that caught them slipping out the back, trying to dodge the same cameras she used to pose for so proudly. By the time she realized someone was trailing them, the photo was already flying through group chats, dropping into DMs, landing right in Aaron's lap like a bomb she never thought she'd have to defuse. Some people swear he called her the second it hit, but her phone went straight to voicemail. She was too busy hiding behind half-finished excuses and soft lies she'd have to spit out later when she couldn't pretend the truth wasn't staring her in the face. And Aaron? He sat in the dark, phone buzzing every 5 seconds, each new ping another piece of proof that the love he thought he'd locked down was never really his to keep. At first, Aaron did what everyone begged him to do. Stay quiet, lay low, don't feed the fire. His team tried to wrap him in silence like a shield, praying the story would choke itself out when the next scandal dropped. But heartbreak doesn't play by PR rules. Friends close to him say he smashed his phone when the second photo hit. A clearer angle, the same cafe, her lips too close to the same man she told him was a chapter she'd burned. Insiders say he's holed up in a friend's guest house now, curtains drawn, phone off, trust so shredded he doesn't know who to blame more, her for sneaking out or himself for believing her sweet words when everyone else swore she was too good at spinning stories. He's telling the same people who begged him to stay quiet that maybe it's time to talk, that he's tired of looking like the fool when he's got receipts of his own. Voice notes she sent late at night promising him he was the only one, old texts where she called her ex just a ghost I buried for good. If he lets those see the light, the internet's about to find out just how deep her lies really went. Tiana's silence didn't last long either. Silence never does when the truth is banging down your door. She didn't even bother denying the cafe meetup when her team finally pushed her to say something. She called it closure, a one-time slip to bury old feelings and tie up loose ends. But nobody's buying that. Not when she hid under a hat and sunglasses, not when she left through the back door like a teenager sneaking out past curfew. People who know her say she's calling everyone now, voice raw from crying, begging Aaron to pick up, promising it was nothing, that it was him she loved, him she chose, him she wanted forever with. But Aaron's phone stays dark. His friends are blocking her number, shutting doors she used to walk through without knocking. Some say her tears are real, but more say she's only crying because she got caught. There's talk she's reaching out to the ex too, pleading with him to keep quiet, to swear the cafe was the end and not the middle of something bigger. But the cracks in her story are too deep to patch up now, and the ex has his own reasons to keep stirring the pot. Because the secret ex? He's not staying secret anymore. The second the photo blew up, he crawled right out of her shadows to claim his piece of the chaos. He's telling friends this wasn't a one-night slip, it's been weeks, maybe months, of half-hidden nights and old sparks she swore she'd buried. A text leaked late last night, him joking about round 2 and a weekend that might have been more than dinner and talk. Nobody knows when he sent it, but the damage is done. He's hinting at an interview now, maybe photos, maybe a grainy video or 2 tucked away for when he wants the spotlight to shine a little brighter. Insiders close to Aaron say they are scrambling, trying to find out if the receipts are real or just poison to push Aaron over the edge. But the ex doesn't care about damage control. He cares about staying in the story, holding the match while Tiana's pretty picture goes up in flames. And every minute he keeps talking is another nail in the coffin of a carefully curated fairytale. Meanwhile, the internet's picking sides the way it always does, loud, messy, and absolutely brutal. 1 minute, Tiana was the internet's golden girl, praised in comment sections, hyped by fan pages that flooded her posts with heart emojis, admiration, and queen energy. But the second the cafe clip surfaced, blurry footage, but unmistakably her, everything flipped. Those same fan pages that once worshipped her are now leading the takedown, flipping on her faster than she can hit post and delete on the photos that no longer fit her image. Edits of her sipping coffee while nervously glancing over her shoulder are everywhere. Her excuses, already thin to begin with, are being sliced up, remixed into TikToks, meme reels, and savage reaction videos. The internet has a cruel sense of humor. Her voice turned into auto-tuned punchlines, the cafe moment frozen, captioned, mocked, and shared. Old interviews have come back with a vengeance. Clips where she smiled earnestly, swore she'd never cheat, even joked about her unbreakable loyalty. They are back, but this time with clown emojis floating over her face. People are rewatching everything, looking for signs, red flags, and moments that now feel more like warnings than innocence. The hypocrisy burns hotter when it's wrapped in old promises. It's not just the lie, it's the betrayal of the image she sold, the brand of honesty and love that now feels like a scam. But not everyone's dragging her through the mud. There's another corner of the internet, smaller, quieter, but just as loud when it wants to be, that's pointing the finger elsewhere. They say Aaron should have seen it coming. That he was too swept up in the aesthetic to notice the cracks in the foundation. That maybe he loved the idea of her more than the truth of her. They're calling him naive, blind, someone who got too comfortable and didn't ask the right questions. Some even claim he missed the signs on purpose, because the fantasy was easier than the reality. And then there's the conspiracy crowd. Always online, always spinning. Some think she got caught on purpose, that this was her way out, a clean break disguised as a messy scandal. Maybe she wanted to pivot back toward her ex all along, and this was the chaos she needed to justify it. Others think it's career strategy, a perfectly timed fall from grace to set up her next comeback, maybe in the form of a tell-all docuseries or a book deal. Some even believe the cafe was a setup, a camera angle too convenient, a reaction too rehearsed. The theories are endless, some ridiculous, some uncomfortably believable. But no matter which one you believe, one truth remains. Trust, once cracked in public, doesn't heal in private. And that's the truth Tiana is now living in. She can't force this back into the box it came from. The image she curated, the love story she performed, the perfect life she posted in polished grids, it's been shattered. And every attempt to clean it up only smears the glass more. Her apologies, if they come, will be dissected for sincerity. Her silence, if she chooses it, will be read as guilt. She's in a no-win scenario now, and everyone's watching, waiting, refreshing, ready for whatever comes next. Behind closed doors, the real drama is quietly boiling. Not ending, just shifting into a messier second act. Insiders are already whispering that Aaron's packing his things. The house they called home is starting to empty, one drawer at a time. The bed they whispered forever in? Cold. Silent. Left behind. Sources close to him say he's ghosting not just Tiana, but the whole circle that once cheered them on. The mutual friends, the cousins who knew but said nothing, the ones who smiled while feeding him soft lies. It's not just heartbreak. It's betrayal from all angles. Her team, desperate to stop the bleeding, is begging him to meet, just once, in private, no press, no phones. Just a chance to cry it out, to say the things that can't be typed or scripted. But so far, Aaron's giving them nothing. Silence, and more silence. And silence, in moments like this, speaks louder than any public statement. Still, some believe he might fold. That love doesn't leave cleanly. That even the strongest hearts soften when the one who broke them shows up with swollen eyes and shaking hands. Maybe, they say, she'll find her way back in. Maybe not forever, but just enough to make it feel like less of a collapse. But complicating everything is the ex, still lurking, still watching. He's been quiet, but not idle. Insiders say he's ready to drop more, to burn everything if Tiana doesn't keep him sweet. More texts, more photos, maybe even videos. He's holding pages of a story Tiana doesn't want anyone else to read, and he knows exactly when to turn them. Meanwhile, the fans, the same ones who once cried at her wedding clips and cheered for their anniversary posts, want the truth now. All of it. They want screenshots, timestamps, receipts. Late-night voicemails that sound too close for comfort. DMs that prove the cafe moment wasn't a slip, but a symptom of something deeper. They are not buying the "it just happened" excuse. They want proof this wasn't a one-time mistake, but a pattern. Tiana's story, the version she tried to protect, the one she edited and posted for the world to admire, is gone. What's left now is the mess underneath. And in a world where heartbreak becomes headlines, where betrayal turns viral in seconds, the only thing she can do now is brace for impact. Because this story is still spinning, and no one's writing a clean ending. So now you've got the truth, or at least the pieces we've all been handed so far. Who's really to blame here? Tiana, who swore loyalty with one hand while texting secrets with the other. The ex, who waited in the wings for his moment to wreck what she built. Or Aaron, who loved too hard, too deep, maybe too blindly to see what was slipping right under his nose. Drop your wildest theory below. Who's lying? Who's telling half the truth? And who's about to spill the next secret that cracks this mess wide open? Smash that like if you want every dirty leak, every private text, every tearful meltdown the second it hits the internet. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, because this isn't over, not by a long shot. This wasn't just a fling, it was a betrayal so big its torched trust, burned down a fairy tale, and left 3 broken hearts twisting in the spotlight for us all to watch. Stay locked in, because when Aaron finally breaks his silence, the truth he drops might just ruin someone for good.